Good evening, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, evening headlines on February 13, 2024. Explainer: what is Volt Typhoon and why is it the defining threat of our generation? The Guardian: what is Volt Typhoon? FBI warns of Chinese state-backed hackers. Evening Standard: NCSC and partners issue warning about state-sponsored cyber attackers hiding on critical infrastructure networks. National Cyber Security Center: U.S. official warns of China's growing offensive cyber power. The Diplomat: Volt Typhoon fails to revive botnet after FBI takedown. Israel-Gaza: Biden says Israel must protect vulnerable in Rafah. Europe needs a decade to build up arms stocks, says defense firm boss. BBC: Germany's Scholz calls for urgent mass production of European arms. France 24 English: Germany's Scholz pledges to meet 2% NATO spending target. Reuters: Germany starts work on ammo factory to counter new threats. DW English: Rheinmetall breaks ground on new factory designed to make Germany self-sufficient in artillery ammunition. Al Jazeera reporter and camera operator seriously hurt in Israeli airstrike in Gaza. The Guardian: Israel's war on Gaza live. Journalists wounded in airstrike, Israel war on Gaza news. Al Jazeera English: Al Jazeera journalist said to report from inside Nir Oz on October 7 wounded in Gaza airstrike. The Times of Israel: two Al Jazeera journalists severely wounded in Israeli strike in Gaza's Rafah, report. Al Arabiya English: Al Jazeera says two journalists critically injured in Israeli strike on Gaza. Russia puts Estonian Prime Minister Kaja Kallas on wanted list. Biden campaign decision to join TikTok raises national security concerns. The Guardian: lol hey guys, Biden joins TikTok despite security concerns. BBC: Biden joins TikTok despite White House banning government accounts. The Independent: lol hey guys, Biden campaign joins TikTok to connect with young voters. NYC snowstorm latest, city thrown into chaos with 8 inches forecast. The Independent: major snowstorm to hit New York City, Boston. Axios: heavy snow blankets New York City as winter storm warning issued. Russia has lost 3,000 tanks in war as world entering more dangerous period. Sky News: global defense spending rises 9% to record $2.2 trillion. The Guardian: the world is facing a dangerous decade and era of insecurity amid Israel-Hamas war and Russia's invasion. Daily Mail: global defense spending jumped to record $2.2 trillion last year, report. Al Jazeera English: how likely is China to start a war? The world takes Trump's NATO comments literally, while Maga takes them seriously. The Independent: yes, Donald Trump's Putin comments were unhinged, but he's right to question NATO's future. The Guardian: Trump asks Supreme Court to overturn immunity defense ruling, live. The Independent: Donald Trump's NATO comments condemned as strategically illiterate. The Times: Donald Trump just did Europe a favor. Zelensky praises £60 billion aid granted by vital U.S. Senate vote, Ukraine war, live. The Independent: Senate's $95 billion for Ukraine, Israel and Taiwan faces uphill battle in House. BBC: Russia-Ukraine war live, Zelensky hails U.S. Senate vote on Ukraine aid. The Guardian: here are the Republicans who broke with their party to back Ukraine aid. The New York Times: Senate passes $95 billion package with aid for Ukraine and Israel, setting up showdown with the House. Middle East crisis live, South Africa urges ICJ to consider Rafah intervention. The Guardian: Rafah strikes, Biden pushes for 6-week Gaza ceasefire after deadly Israel offensive. The Independent: what happens if Israel is found guilty of genocide? New York Magazine: South Africa lodges urgent request over Israel's operations in Rafah with UN court. Evening Standard: South Africa seeks World Court intervention to block Israeli offensive against Hamas in Rafah. India farmers protest, tear gas fired as thousands march on Fortress Delhi. BBC: India, tear gas dropped from drones as protesting farmers march towards New Delhi. Sky News: police shut major roads into Delhi and order curfew amid farmer protests. The Independent, farmers, marching to Delhi, say ceasefire for now, will try again tomorrow after a day of clashes with police. NDTV, farmers protest, Delhi Chalo live updates, SKM writes to PM ahead of Grahman Bharat band, slams government action of Delhi Chalo protest. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.